to come because I could not breathe anymore. When that happened, of course, I did die rather instantly. But before I entered heaven, there were a couple things that occurred. One was I completely had a full life review that ran in front of me. It happened very quick, but it was a full life review. Right after that happened, every worry that a mother could ever have literally ran through my mind. In other words, who was going to take care of my son? What was his life going to be like? What is he going to become? What's going to happen in his life? And it didn't end until I died. When I died and I entered heaven, which I will say, it is absolutely the most beautiful, the most peaceful, the most bliss of a place you could ever be. Right as entering, you feel the love, you feel the protection. I did have a strong male presence, energy around me. However, I could not see that male presence. But it was a knowing that that male presence was there. As I started looking around, and I was looking around at everything, the first thing that, and again, everything there is telepathic. It's not conversational. The first thing that I knew I had to do was look at my physical body and say goodbye to it. When I looked in front of me, my head was to the left and my feet were to the right, and I could see my physical body dead, meaning not breathing, no movement. It was completely dead. As I'm looking at my physical being, of course, my soul, my conscience, and everything was within my soul, my spirit, not the physical body. After I had started to say goodbye to my body, I want to explain that the first thing that I saw were many contrasts of blacks, whites, and grays. Those were the only colors that were present at that time. After I had said goodbye to my physical body, and all the grays, the blacks, and the whites now turned into colors. When I explain the colors that are there, it's nothing like what we have on Earth. We have beautiful colors on Earth. Artists create beautiful artwork with the colors that we have. But in comparison to the colors here on Earth, in comparison to the colors that are in heaven, our colors here look very, very watered down. Where they're extremely vibrant, they're extremely bright. They are the most beautiful colors you could see. Now, as I looked around to observe where I was and what was going on, there was absolutely no temperature. There were no clocks, no time. There were no walls, no windows, but I was very grounded. I wasn't floating. I wasn't floating around my body. I was completely grounded. When I use the word perfection, everything there is perfection at its best. As I'm looking around and I'm observing everything, I was also very fortunate in the sense of two different things that happened. One, the first one was I was able to see infinity in front of me. There was no ending at all to where I was. And everything that was around was beautiful. The second thing that I feel very privileged that I had that opportunity and that I received the ability from heaven to look down and see every city, every state, every country, every culture, and all the souls on earth. When I tell you looking down on earth from heaven, earth looks this small. Earth looked very, very small in comparison. And again, I can't emphasize the infinity of what I saw because there was no end in sight anywhere. There were some signs that I saw, and people will ask what kind of signs. I still, until right now, can't make out that whole sign, but it had so many different things on it. Since my near-death experience, even until now, when I dream, it takes me back a lot to this place where I'm shown a lot of things that we don't really get to see. I do want to say that here on earth, our eyes really only see 1% of what's really going on. The reason I'm mentioning this is because when I was in heaven, the ability to see so much more in so many different realms and different dimensions is a far cry from what we see here. And every single part of it is stunningly beautiful. With that being said, now all the blacks, the grays, and the whites disappeared, and that's where all the beautiful colors came in.